Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in our next matchup. It's between Daffe and mykohchoo. mykohchoo is a player from NA. He is a master player on NA, and Daffe is a Dia player. And here we go. Best of 3, and we have on Galactic Process in the top right corner in blue Brotos mykohchoo, and in the left corner of Galactic Process it is the Terran Daffe. So let's see how what we get this time. Maybe see a gateway expand could be possible from mykohchoo. mykohchoo. I need to get it in my head. mykohchoo, and it seems like either Reactor FE or Reaper FE from Daffe over here. At the moment there's no rally point set, so I guess here we go. There's the rally point, so I'm really sure it will be Reactor FE. SCV Scout coming in, trying to look what mykohchoo is doing over here in his base. So Benedict's core is built for him, and the second base as well. Oh, not even Reactor FE. Just 2 Marines pulled out of there. Maybe it could be better if he made the Reactor FE. So at that time he would have had 2 Marines out as well. But with a reactor, so the upcoming Marines would be out on the field a bit faster. But let's see. Daffe is taking a third base immediately after taking his second natural expansion. Wow, greedy. And mykohchoo is trying to scout now with his adept, trying to make some damage with the adept, if it is possible, and yeah, I guess he can make plenty of damage if he just shades in now. Yes, here we go, and shades directly into. I can't shade up in there. Oh, he canceled it. That wasn't good. Maybe he could shade into the natural and killing some SUVs over there. It could be that would be great. So another 2 gates are coming in for mykohchoo, and an observer as well out of the robotics facility. Yeah, mykohchoo is scouting here a little bit with his adept, looking across the map. And Daffe still has no upgrades. Upgrades on his racks. Now there's Tech Lab to get Stim. Oh, here we go. Reactor and another Tech Lab. So 2 Tech Labs. Maybe he's assuming that mykohchoo is playing adept style, so he can produce more Marauder than Marines. That could be possible. Observer is on the spot, seeing the third base. of Daffe, and mykohchoo is taking a third. Mine will. Mine will. Mine will. Yeah. As I said, here are coming some marauders and the marauder upgrade to slow down the units that the marauders hit, concussive shells, and some more barracks are added, getting added by Daffe. On the other side, 5 more gateways for mykohchoo, and mykohchoo is trying to do something with 3 Stalker and an Adept. Maybe trying to deal some damage. But Daffe has a Marine over here, so the Marine scouts it, and he should be aware of that. Should maybe pull some of his Marines to the rocks here. Because if he isn't doing that, mykohchoo could make a lot of damage on the third base. Now mykohchoo's Warp Prism arrives. Just pick them up. Oh, he doesn't even pick them up. He just swaps in 4 more Stalkers to make damage. And yeah, Daffe doesn't have that much at the moment. Now he moves. Now he got it. And there's the scan to scan what mykohchoo has there. And here we go into a little fight. And Daffe pulls his SOV to the fight. I don't know if that was needed. Maybe. Ooh, there goes down the Warp Prism. While trying to warp in some more Stalkers. And yeah, 19 SCVs are going down here. And most of his army. So mykohchoo here in a really good spot. He can deny the third base from Daffe. So there's no mining from the third base of Daffe, and now he moves a little bit further. Blinks back the hidden Stalkers, and Daffe pulls out now all of the Stalker from his natural expansion. All of the SCVs from his natural expansion. Medivacs are here now, the healing is done, but it's not enough for Daffe. 15 army supply with 30 army supply. Again, the SCVs are pulled. Pull the boys! And +1 weapon attack is coming out for Daffe. That could change something, but the damage is dealt. But Daffe is still ahead in worker supply. It's 56 versus 44 army supply, worker supply at the moment, but army supply is 22 to 28, and they are still coming in more and more marauder, and now another warp in of 6 Stalkers coming for mykohchoo. mykohchoo hasn't saturated his third base yet, and still a good blink micro here with the Stalker. And there it goes down. More and more of SCVs are going down. 28 now. That Marauder getting healed by 2 Medivacs. And there is a GG, well played. And mykohchoo takes game number 1. Nice. Alright, so let's see. I guess Daffe just well, a wise Protoss once said to me, never ever take a third base before your Protoss opponent takes a third base. And yeah, Daffe just wanted too much. If he would go on on just 2 base and look for mykohchoo, what he is doing. Then I guess he could have more on the map than he had that point and could easily defend it. But in this case, he was way too greedy, taking the 3rd base at minute 2. I don't know. He shouldn't have done that, to be honest. But another game, another chance. And here we go into the next game between both of them. It will be Dawson Station. It's a weird pick in my opinion because I don't like it. I don't like Dawson Station. I veto her every time. So I don't know who picked it. Could be mykohchoo. Could be Daffe. I don't know. But let's see what they are doing on that map. We have in the right corner in blue, Protoss taking the first game to a 1-0. Can he make the 2-0 victory, or is his opponent able to come back? It is mykohchoo. And on the other side, his opponent as the purple Terran. Can he make the 1-1? Give him back to the game and hopefully back to the series. It is Daffe. So let's see. mykohchoo is drone scouting here, or probe scouting here, looking what base is he about to take. Will he take the safer natural expansion behind? Yep, here he goes. Or the gold base, the greedy gold base, could be both. But he decided to take a second base a little bit safer. Meanwhile, mykohchoo decided to not take any base at all till now. There are 2 gateways, 1 cybernetics core. I really guess he will play another early pressure game. I wouldn't be surprised if he does so. There's now 2 adepts coming out. Still no second base for him. And again, Daffe decided to make Marines out of the racks really early instead of putting down a reactor early and get out more. mykohchoo just tried to place a pylon over there so he could maybe overcharge it with his mothership, but that got denied by the bunker with the Marines over there. Really cool. The mothership still flies into Daffe's base. That is trying to deny one of the barracks here, but he isn't able to. Nearly lost his mothership core though, but could manage to get away. And Daffe is, in a okay spot. He's not far ahead, but he isn't behind either. So let's see what Daffe is making out of that situation. The mothership should be called back. Take it back to your base. So if a drop comes, you can defend. But in the middle of nowhere on the map, then it isn't that useful. And yeah, here he goes. Takes it back. 2 turrets are coming for Daffe on both bases for him. And there's the warp prism again out of the robo. And more adepts gets warped in, so I guess he will just drop them over here or over here and try to reach the main base from Daffe. Or maybe he tries to fly through his second base, because all of Daffe's army supply are standing in the main base on the front, and behind there is nothing than a turret. And here goes down some SCVs, 3 overall, gets the pickup with a really high pickup range of the Warp Prism. Warp Prism speed is on the way, and we see some disruptors. Nice. That's cool. I like disruptors. I said it earlier, and I'm still in that. It's still my opinion that disruptors are really cool. Pick it up. Yeah, you go. But everything goes down. A bunker over here with 4 Marines just shot down that Warp Prism, so there will be no Warp Prism pressure for the next time. Will he make another one? There's Disruptor. Yep, there he is. After the Disruptor, there comes another Warp Prism. And maybe we see some Disruptor drops. Is really strong. And 2 Disruptor can easily one-shot a whole mineral line if placed right. So let's see. Overseer is going, Observer is going down here. The scan for the Observer. So no more vision for mykohchoo in the base of Daffe at the moment. 2 more medivacs coming out, and you get some barracks and a 3rd command center for Daffe. So he will again go on his 3rd base, and he's moving out. And here we go. The Disruptor drops. He saw it. Daffe saw it, and Viking standing right in a position to deny that Warp Prism play. But Daffe scouted it that mykohchoo scouted it that Daffe is coming across the map to make a bit of pressure on his natural expansion. So his army is placed over there. Just wait till he tries to come in. And there is a little drop ship coming through the other side, trying to deny that probe building up to 3rd base. And here's another drop from Daffe, pulled away with photon overcharge. And here we go. 7 SCVs going down to 2 Disruptor over here, and Daffe isn't aware of that. He should repair the missile turret. No, missile turret going down, and that is a really good opportunity for mykohchoo. But mine will. Daffe is dropping into the main base of mykohchoo and trying to reach his natural expansion with another drop, and that looks really good for Daffe this time. Both have the same army supply, but 67, 8, 20 drones are going down to those 2 drops over here. Disruptor trying to get some kills over there, but there will be, yep, there will go down both, and drops are cleared. But now we have 44 SCV supply versus 14 probe supply, and that's hard. 35 probes are going down on the side of mykohchoo, and you never want that. That's hard. It's really hard, and that's medivac. Nope, it can't survive with a boost. catch up to the last split of your army and maybe repair it. Yeah, Daffe is now on 3 base. mykohchoo 1 base, and here we go again. Again, at 1 disruptor, shots again down 8 SCVs, and mykohchoo can make it back with such plays. Maybe. Daffe is building now more missile turrets to deny the warp prism trying to get into the base of Daffe. But yeah, both are getting ready, and ooh, 7 this time. If you do it continuously, it will be so much damage, and mykohchoo trying to get back into this game, and with success, as I think. If he don't lose the War Prism right now with the Disruptor and can make some more damage onto some bases of Daffe, it could be okay. Ooh, Daffe here goes away from the Disruptor instead of killing it with Stim. I think his army supply here would be enough to easily kill the Disruptor before the shot comes out, but decided to move back instead. And rocks will be cleared here for Daffe. Open up another place for Daffe to get into mykohchoo space. Stimmen forward, 9 the gold base here. And yeah, is now again in the production of mykohchoo's base. And that could be game ending damage. Maybe. mykohchoo now supply block, both now supply block, because on the other side mykohchoo trying to make a play over here, so both can't get into production right now, but Daffe just doubled mykohchoo's army supply, and at this point you will never ever base trade, as both are doing right now. mykohchoo sliding away the drones and building up another base, but it is scouted immediately by Daffe, and Daffe is trying to kill another bunch of drones. Yep, here it is. GG, well played, and Daffe makes the 1-1. Nice one. So, give me a little time to set up the 3rd map. Again, that's really, really nice, and we'll be right back soon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again in the third map of those two great players, mykohchoo and Daffe. This time it's Apotheosis Ladder Edition, and let's see, both maps weren't that long, both tried to do a bit of early damage. Let's see, it could be that both will make some early pressure here as well. Daffe is really playing with his Marauders against mykohchoo, and mykohchoo isn't playing that normal, I would say. Disruptor drops, Blink Stalker, 2-base, pressure, and so on. So let's see how the last map is going. I'm very excited, but first let us get into the player introduction. On Apotheosis in the left top, we have the Master Protoss. In blue from North America, it's mykohchoo. And in the bottom right, it is in purple, the Terran. Currently in a diamond, it is Daffe. And the most exciting part is who will make this game now and win the series and get ahead one step closer to maybe a victory in the league or in the Passioncraft Open Season 2. And oh, Proxy Factory. Nice. Nice. We saw almost everything today. We saw a solid micro turtle PvP, and we saw some crazy plays, and now we see a factory, a proxy factory. Really nice. Reaper is coming in, and mykohchoo has at the moment nothing against it, so it will make some damage. Maybe enough to keep mykohchoo distracted from his proxy factory. Now there's the mothership core coming out. That means Reaper has to go now. Oh. And the proxy barracks. That's why the Reaper was so fast. But mykohchoo just what? That fast Reaper in my base, that must be proxied, and immediately scouts and sees the starport and the proxy factory. Nice game awareness. Puts down a pylon over there, so to see what is going on in there. One Widowmine is out, blocking the second base mining of mykohchoo, because as soon as he moves some probes in here, it will blow up immediately. A Reaper coming in again, trying to be annoying, but Mothership and 2 Adepts are aware of that and trying to keep him away. Factory just replay. Oh, that's so hard. Factory just replaced over there. Liberators coming out of the starport, and here are more and more Marines coming up. That's wow. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. And mykohchoo has nearly nothing at the moment. He has 2 Adepts, 1 Stalker, and a Mothership core. And that Liberator could deal a lot of damage. Yep, here we go. It's sieged. There is no pylon finished yet. That pylon will finish soon. Then we will see a photon overcharge. No, don't do that. No. Yes, no. Alright, okay. He moved it away. Good choice, because as soon as he sieged somewhere over here or over here, fallen overcharge will be possible on all 3 pylons, and that will destroy the Liberator immediately. Widowmine got picked up with the Observer over here, but now he is sieging forward with Liberator and tanks, and it's hard to play as a Protoss against that. I played that BO on ladder a lot, and so many Protoss struggle with that BO. Well, I didn't proxy them. I just built them in base, but I never played it on Apotheosis because the map is quite big, so you need to proxy it over here. And 2 tanks are sieged, Liberator are sieged, and the bio is just waiting over there. And yeah, mykohchoo Daffe can siege further and further and further, but he shouldn't misplay it right now. If he now misplay it, mykohchoo is, yeah, you know, pylon, best unit. Don't walk into that stalker. Wow, immediately blown up, and there's nothing that War Prism can do at the moment. There's just too many. There are 3 tanks, plenty of bio, 4 tanks and 2 liberators sieging more further and further towards mykohchoo's base. I guess, yeah, I guess that was it. I don't see mykohchoo coming back here out of that damage. Daffe himself is trying to get a second base up in here, still plays a little bit of macro to, yeah, to deny mykohchoo more and more and get ahead more and more and more and more. It's 50 army supply versus 29 army supply. mykohchoo now tries to deny the proxied Rex. This is War Prism and some Stalker Adepts. But meanwhile, his whole base will get blown up. 5 tanks, 2 liberators. He don't even need to siege the liberators further because he just needs to protect the tanks with his liberators and the tank doing their job. Now the War Prism goes down. Tanks focus here the rest army of mykohchoo, and here we go. Daffe takes the win over mykohchoo 2-1. Nice. I haven't expect that. I wouldn't expect that in the beginning of the series because Daffe was Diamond and mykohchoo Master. But mykohchoo just said in the party chat it's my worst matchup, so yeah.